I'm tired of the fupa. I feel like my booty would look bigger if my fupa was gone. It's like my fupa makes my booty look smaller, but I know I got a decent sized booty, but because of the fupa, the booty don't look big, the booty look small. What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Blossom here, and I'm coming back with another video. So today's video, we getting straight to the point, sis. We're doing a VSG Q&A. Last time I did one was when I was 6 months out. I was a noob, and a lot of questions I really couldn't answer. I was just going off the top of the dome. But yeah, now that I'm almost 2 years out, I decided that it's best for me to do another Q&A. So I'm going to do that. So on my Instagram, I asked you all to ask me questions. So we're about to just get straight into the video. So the first question is from Lady Dimples, and she asks, hair loss. I don't want to lose my edges, girl. At what point did this happen to you, if it occurred? And when did you notice your hair start to grow back? So to be truly honest with you all, I don't think I did experience hair loss. My hair loss was when it was probably about 10 months after shit. It was about 10 months post-op. And it was mostly like around my edges, and it wasn't like just my hair, it was just like the perimeter, my edges. And to be truly honest with you all, I feel like that was probably due to me wearing wigs. I don't think that it was due to VSG. I haven't really lost hair like that. If it was like all over, yeah. Another thing is, to be truly honest with y'all, I wasn't taking care of my hair like I was really just wearing wigs on the go. So when I did like wash my hair, I would have clumps. If I can find the picture that's on my Instagram, I will post it right here, of the clumps of hair that did come out. But I thought that was just normal because I kept my hair braided up and it was getting dry and stuff like that. So me personally, I did have hair loss, but I don't count that towards VSG. I just count that towards me wearing wigs improperly and not taking care of my hair. All right, so the next question comes from J Sleeve Life. Not really a question, but tips to survive pre-op diet. I'm starting Sunday morning. So what I will say to survive the pre-op diet is to always keep something with you. Always keep like your Premier Protein shakes or whatever with you. I know some people for the pre-op diet, depending on who your doctor is. For example, me, I was able to eat in a window of 1,000 calories for 5 days, and then for 3 days I was strictly on liquids. I will also say bulk up on popsicles. Popsicles was my baby. Popsicles were my baby, yo. Like, I was off the popsicles, I was off the protein shakes and whatnot. But I will say always keep a protein shake with you. My ass ended up going to fucking Chicago on a spur of a day trip. Picture being on a pre-op liquid diet, drinking a vegetable protein based piece of shit, and all your friends is eating jerk chicken. Yeah, it was terrible. Plan out your day, plan out when you get your protein shakes, and then also stock up on sugar-free popsicles. Stock up on that as well. All right, so the next one comes from DJ Cove 23. I've been stalled for a month now. Is that normal to stall this long? So for me, it really depends on how far out you are from surgery. It's very common to stall within your first 3 months. And that's one thing that is common in my DM. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm stalling, I just had surgery, what's going on? From what my surgeon told me, within the first 3 months, your stomach is still healing. So there may be times that you're like retaining water or whatever. But if you stall for a month, I feel like that's fine. If you find yourself stalling, I would recommend you to start taking pictures, because you may be losing inches and replacing like your fat with muscle. That could also be an option. One thing that I notice is I stay like in a range of 5 pounds. But depending on how I'm training in the gym, my body looks different. So I would recommend that if you are stalling, first start taking pictures of yourself, take measurements of yourself. But if you're noticing that you're not seeing a change with the pictures and the measurements, dramatically do something different. For example, with me, that was one of the main reasons why I became pescatarian. That was actually the reason why I gave up red meat. That was the first thing I did. When I was stalling for like a month, I gave up red meat and I instantly started to lose weight again. So then once I started to stall out again, I'm like, okay, what else can I do? I took chicken out my diet. So that's when I became a pescatarian. And one thing about the pescatarian lifestyle that I did enjoy is when I was really going hard in the gym and being a pescatarian, I felt more lean. I felt smaller, especially like in my waist area. I felt like it was snatched to the gods. But if you don't want to change your diet, another thing I would say is start weight training in the gym, or find a way to add more cardio into your day. So if you're someone who goes to the gym all the time, you do your cardio, find ways, like for example, when you're at work, to get up and walk and get in, like burn some extra calories. Because yeah, the gym is cool, it's going to help you, but like say if you go to the gym in the morning, yeah, that's going to help you. But if you're walking throughout the day, that's still going to help with your metabolism and whatnot. So that's what I would say, like sometimes it's the smallest things that could boost you to breaking a stall. So that I feel like that's a bomb ass answer, sis. Workout tips / plans. You are so pretty, by the way. Thank you, Pool. Thank you. But workout tips and plans, I will always recommend to start out easy. If you are someone who is new to the gym, I always recommend just going straight to cardio, doing 30 to 45 minutes a day. If you just had VSG, you can immediately start walking in the gym. Like you can immediately go to the gym and start walking. When I initially first started exercising again, for like the first, I would say most 5 months, I was really just going to the gym doing cardio because I just wanted to drain the fat out of my body. So I would do like 30 to 45 to an hour worth of like walking in the gym. Once you start, getting more, I guess, used to being on the treadmill, that's when I would say, start mixing it up with the elliptical, add, resistance, and then work your way to a stair climber. Because, baby, once you get to the stair climber and you can walk that motherfucker for 20 minutes, you was a boss, sis. You was a boss. Start with that. Once you get comfortable with your cardio, I always recommend people to slowly start getting into weights. My surgeon wanted me to wait, I believe it was 3 months to start weight training. And when I did start weight training again, he told me to start off extremely light. So really, you don't hop in thinking that you can bench press or squat 100 pounds. First start off with 20 pounds, and from 20 pounds go to 40. Just build up your muscle, build up your endurance. So shit, really by the time you're 6 months out, you should be back to what you were pre-op. I also recommend following like some Instagram pages. If I remember, I'm going to post them all right here. My go-tos. I'm actually following someone who is fucking pregnant, and she's 9 months pregnant, 2 weeks away from having her baby, and she's in the gym constantly. So I get workout tips from a 9-month pregnant woman. And I also recommend looking up stuff on YouTube, but me mostly I look up people on Instagram, because when I'm in the gym, I go to their videos. Another thing is, another feature of Instagram is there's a way to save people posts. There's like a ribbon. If you hold that ribbon down, you can save the post. However, you also can make categories. I actually have categories on my Instagram for core, back, upper body, lower body. And before I go to the gym, I look through those videos. I see what exercises I want to do. I study how they're doing it. So when I'm in the gym, I can make sure that I'm doing it correctly. And then also when I'm in the gym, I may go back and look at it as well. So that's my workout tips for you. All right, Mimi Losers Bench VSG said, what kind of workouts did you start before strength training? So again, with that, I did stick mostly to cardio. Another thing that I would recommend is cycling, but I would recommend cycling when you're about 3 months out, because that can be a lot. However, I love cycling class. I actually miss it. I might pick up a cycling class again. But with cycling class, don't think that you have to stick with the class. for a couple classes, when they were standing up, I was sitting my ass down because, girl, your baby was tired. Your baby was tired. But, you know, I would definitely recommend a cycling class. I will also recommend hot yoga. When I was going to my former gym, they had hot yoga, and baby, you will sweat. You will sweat and you will burn calories. Another thing that I did was kickboxing class. That is something that I would recommend if you want to try some type of cardio before actually getting into the weights, because with kickboxing class, I didn't use weights. It was just all just like your body movement. All right, so I know with I think I said it right. I know it. She says, does your shoe size and hand size change? What were steps getting approved for VSG? So I will say that my hands did get smaller and my feet did get smaller. I actually just realized recently that my hands got smaller because, okay, so I used to work in a bank, and when I was bigger, I didn't like getting hit on and stuff like that. Like, it was like kind of rare, but when it happened, I didn't want it. So I had a fake engagement ring, and I used to wear my fake engagement ring. And when people would try and flirt with me, I'd be like, I'm married. I had my nails done and everything, just bougetto, like, yeah. So I actually found my old fake engagement ring or ring or whatever, and I put it on, and when I tell y'all, it slides off. So my fingers did get smaller. I think my ring size used to be a 9 or something like that. It did get smaller. Actually, my wrist got smaller. One thing that my mom used to do when I was little, or she used to like do, I used to watch her do whatever, is she used to do this. And before, I couldn't wrap my hand around my wrist. Now, you know, I can do it. Shoe wise, my feet has gotten smaller. I've went down a shoe size, so I'm like a size 9 now. I used to be a size 10. I could fit in size 11s once before, but your girl got some long toes. So, yeah. I did lose fat in my toes, but the reason why my shoe size is a little larger than other women's is because I kind of got some long toes in a way. So, yeah. What were your steps to getting approved for VSG? So, for me, my steps was my insurance is Cigna PPO, and I had to get 3 months, aka 90 days of supervised weight loss from a medical doctor. So that could have been my doctor, it could have been Weight Watchers. I couldn't do anything at the gym, so it was really those two. But the thing about that is, one of the months I had gained weight. Like, I had gained like 5 fucking pounds, like the second month. So the third month I came back and I lost that. So initially in my pre-op, I lost like 5 pounds. So once I did that, she approved me to get a recommendation to Dr. Zinni. So then when I got to Dr. Zinni, I had to get an upper endoscopy. I had to go to a class about VSG. I had to get a lot of blood work. What else did I have to get? I think that was it. It wasn't that much. And once I had all that done, they sent it out and I was approved. My approval came back in 5 business days. All right, so Kay Banks asks, what has been the highest and lowest point of your post-op surgical journey? My highest, I would say, is the mental change that I've gone through. Mentally, I've matured. I don't know if it's like just with time or not, but mentally, I say that I've glowed up mentally a lot. Weight loss did promote that because I did, you know, get more confidence in myself to do things. I'm more up and willing to go out, meet people, talk to people. Like, I can just be in a restaurant or waiting on something and I'll just talk to the person next to me. Like, it built my confidence. The lowest is, again, mental. It's because I did go through a period where, as you all know, I told you all that I was hospitalized once before, and that punk ass doctor told me that if I lost weight, I would feel better. But I did go through a point where I was feeling low, and I'm like, bro, I done lost over 100 pounds. Why the fuck do I still feel like this? That's why I'm saying that mentally, VSG is a lot mentally. Losing weight in general is a lot mentally that you have to really like congest, I guess. But yeah, those are my highest and my lowest. Both was like mental. I really got surgery for like health reasons. I didn't even get it really to lose weight like that. I just wanted to be healthy. Okay, so would you ever consider adding a spin class or an aqua fitness to your exercise routine? Aqua fitness, probably not. Spin class, I love cycling. I really want to start back cycling. There is a cycling class like up the street from my job that I'm thinking about taking up again, because y'all, cycling class, you can burn some calories. I burn 600 calories in an hour there. So I love cycling class. All right, next she says, at any point, did you find yourself feeling self-cautious about your new appearance during your weight loss journey? Yeah, actually that's something that I deal with daily, because y'all, I'm tired of having a fupa. I'm tired of these leggings. Like, I'm really considering getting a tummy tuck because I'm tired of the fupa. I feel like my booty would look bigger if my fupa was gone. It's like my fupa makes my booty look smaller, but I know I got a decent sized booty, but because of the fupa, the booty don't look big, the booty look small. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's one thing that I go through. The people closest to you following your surgery, whose reaction were you most shocked about or not expecting their reaction to be as it was? Really, everyone that's like close to me, their reactions were what I expected. One downfall is like people telling me to stop losing weight, but I'm not going to listen to them. But I would say the most shocking reaction is from people that I went to high school with, especially the dudes I went to school with, because them niggas be lying. They hit you with that, but you were pretty when you were a big girl. I thought you was pretty when you were a big girl. Why didn't you lose weight? Blah, 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 blah. Bitch, you was not checking for me when I was almost 300 pounds. I was in high school almost 260 pounds and you wasn't checking for the kid. I remember those days. Now that your girl done lost weight and the booty is kind of plump, you want to see my insides. You don't want to see me as Tierra, as Blossom. You want to see my insides, but you're not going to see my insides because you're ugly now, for one. And two, most of y'all got either an alcoholic problem or a drug problem. And I ain't got the time for that shit. Do you still drink protein shakes? If so, what kind? I do not drink protein shakes. I got so fucking tired of fucking protein shakes. I'm tired of the shit. The shit tastes chalky. And whenever people ask me for recommendations, I always shoot them to the Premier Protein Shakes, because out of all of them, that's the one I like. If you want something that's like a powder form, I would recommend Pure Protein Chocolate. All right, since your last dating video, have things changed? What was that? My last dating video, it was me pretty much saying how niggas ain't shit, and how pretty much it's a lot of dudes that I used to know trying to hop on, but they wasn't fucking with the kid when she was bigger. So dating, since I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to say this. When I date, I don't date multiple men at the same time. I literally just date one guy at one time. Like, once I'm dealing with you, you mine. That's who I'm focusing on. All these other niggas, they can wait. Like, trust me, I can have a lineup. I got a lineup. But when I'm talking to somebody, I'm just focused on them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here actively looking to date multiple men. I'm used to how men are now. I'm not like in that shock phase anymore, so I know how to handle them and I know how to curve them better. Do you feel like your priorities changed since you initially had this procedure? No, I wouldn't say that. I've always been like a goal-driven individual. Once I put my mind up to something, I have to achieve it. And if I don't achieve it with option A, I move to option B. I have like multiple plans. Have you had any interesting health-related changes since weight loss? Example, my Jen legit told me that my vagina has gotten shorter since I lost weight. I'm not sure. Well, actually, yeah, I'm not really sure if my coochie has gotten smaller Yeah, I don't know if my coochie has gotten smaller. I mean, like, it's lost weight, but it ain't got, I don't know if you meant that or not. Like, it's lost weight. It's not as fat as it was. I don't know. All right. Miss Who Determined asks, how did you determine your goal weight? I really just picked a number. No, I lied. Yeah, I just picked a number, but really I picked a size. Like, I told myself I wanted to be a size medium and a size 8. And I just really just went after that number wise. So that's kind of how I determined my goal weight. Nubian Queen Brit said, when you hit your weight goal, or if you have, how do you plan on maintaining it? So when I hit, well, for example, I did hit my first weight goal, which was 160 pounds. And to be truly honest with you, I didn't change much. I stopped going to the gym so much. That's probably was it. Like, my eating stayed the same. I did cheat a little bit more, and I did pull back from the gym. And that's kind of how I started to maintain. The only reason why I gained weight is because your girl started drinking wine. And, you know, wine is good as food. Let's go to the next question. Simply Mia or Simply Maya. I'm not sure how you pronounce your name. I'm sorry. I'll say both. Have you ever been told to eat more to lose weight? What did you do to combat that? I actually did towards the beginning of my journey, because I felt I was stalling out, and I felt that if I didn't eat as much, I would lose weight. But for example, Avis, she used to post all the time that you actually have to eat to lose weight. So I did take that advice, and I just started to, you know, eat a little bit more. And then also my nutritionist told me that as well, is that don't starve yourself. Plan out your meals. Even if you're not like hungry, try and take a bite. Simply Maya also asks, how do you track your protein? Like, if an item only has 3 grams of protein, is it worth it? The way I try and figure out if something is worth it is I look at the calories versus the protein. A perfect example is the Premier protein bars. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I believe those are like either 15 or 20 grams of protein, and calorie rise, I believe, is no more than 150 calories. That's something I feel is worth it. If it's something that's less than 10 grams of protein, that means calorie wise, it gotta be around 50 calories. Like, I want it to be something similar that evens out. I wish I could have a better example of that, but I really don't even look at my protein and calories like that anymore. Brianna said, when did you start seeing a physical obvious change? Meaning like weeks. The first time I noticed that I was losing weight, I probably was about 5 months post-op. Before 5 months, I still felt like I was almost 300 pounds. Around 6 months, 5 months, I was probably close to 200 pounds. Once I hit my like wonderland, that's when I really started to see a difference. So I would say about 5 months. It took me about 5 months to truly see that, girl, you're losing weight. So those were all the questions. I hope I answered them. I hope I answered them fine. So those are all the questions. I hope that I answered them to y'all liking. I tried my best. I'm going to do another one of these Q&As probably a couple months down the line. But if you have any other questions, comment them below and I will answer them for you. So I hope you all have a blessed morning, night, afternoon, or whenever you watch this video. And I will talk to you later. Deuces. Oh, chill. My leg is dead in the motherfucker right now. I hope y'all see that I'm ashy. I went to the gym, hopped in the shower. I ain't put on no lotion. I just put this on so I can record it, edit, so I can get on Xbox and enjoy my motherfucking night. Woo! Let me get to editing this shit.